Warm greetings to one and all. I'm K. Jeshwant, studying second BTech in Vishnu Institute of Technology. Today, I'm going to express my full stack web application and using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, Express.js, and with connecting the database. And this project is designed. My project, web application project is about Moodcast web application, which shows the mood of the person depending on the weather conditions. Okay, this project is designed to connect weather information with human emotions and store the data security in a cloud database. Through the project, I demonstrate my understanding of front-end development, back-end development, and connecting with the database. Okay, now I will explain my project clearly from the scratch, like beginning. Okay. Uh, the main idea behind this project is about how understanding about the people's emotion depending on the weather. Suppose in our index.html page, I have given the inputs like entering the temperature, entering the conditions, and then entering the mood of the person. In this way, the user gives all the data needed. And suppose let us open the index.html page in the files. Okay. You can see here we can enter a name, temperature, and then the mood of the person. So they will be stored in the Firebase database. I have used the Google Firebase so that they can be stored in the weather data here. See, I have given three references, Jagepet, Vijayawada, and Hyderabad. So they are stored like this. And for this project, I used modern web technologies like HTML for structure, CSS for styling, JavaScript for front-end logic, and Node.js for Node.js for backend runtime, and Express.js for server and running. Okay, Firebase database for storing the data. Okay, my project follows a client-server architecture like user provides the data, and then front-end, back-end, and Firebase database. Okay, uh, now let us come to the web of my VS Code. So we can see all the required files are there here, and now I will explain the front-end part. In index.html, the page consists of input field for city, input field for temperature, and then input field for mood. The user provides them, and the data will be saved. And then in index.html, there are two options like saves the data and show all the data present in the application. And by that, we can understand at which places the temperature, the mood, and all the details of the place. And okay, now let us see about the backend explanation. The backend is built using Node.js and Express.js. Okay, in here we can see that server.js, very important file, our backend, because it connects to the front end, so that all the data will be saved. Okay. Uh, in server.js, first I import required modules like Express, CORS, .env. Then I create the Express app. So in this in this .env file, I store important configuration values such as weather key, like API key I have taken from the weather API app by logging. So it uses the key which is valid for a certain time, so that the temperature will be stored here, and it gives a certain temperature. And here the port value for the accessing of the website, and then Firebase integration. Okay, at the last step, Firebase integration to store the data provided by the user. Uh, it happens in it will be stored in the Firebase. Okay, I have shown previously about the Firebase. I have used Google Firebase. Here in this Firebase, I have saved the data. Whether data, it means in my web application, the data entered entered by the user will be saved here. And then I created three main routes in my backend. They are root, get root, post root. So these three are very much required. Okay, and then now I will explain the concept of data flow. Okay, from how the data will be processed from the stage one to last stage. Like front end sends post request, back end receives the request, and then user okay, back end receives the request, and then user provides the data, and then users clicks the button like save the data, and it will be stored in the backend, and then it will be saved using the Firebase database, Google data Firebase. The database in the database, all the data will be stored. So from this full stack web application, I have learned many things like how to use Firebase, how to connect it with the our web application, how to store all the data. In this way, it is very helpful for creating all the web applications. So. Uh, in this way, I have created the my web application. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for giving this wonderful opportunity.